Joining me on this broadcast is Major General K.K. Sinha. Major General K.K. Sinha, these are heart-wrenching images of a 3-year-old child who was sitting on a blood-spattered body of his grandfather. He was rescued by our forces to a safer place. And still, there are politics that are being done on this entire incident. Yet again, an attempt to demoralize our forces.
Rita, absolutely mind-boggling. It is, your heart gets shattered when you see this type of incident. And on the behest of what? The behest that the firing came from, the mosque. And the terrorists now identified Usman from Pakistan and one more Indian-born terrorist. They fired at the Naka party. And, this old man, along with his own grandchild, traveling, probably because of the fire, he got down and he was trying to take a cover and he was hit. Look at it, the desperation. What is actually on the ground reality that more than 135 has been killed. Not single Tanjeem has got a leader. All are absolutely, out of, the situation is out of their hand. Now what the desperation of the Pakistan and the China now. You must have heard today the Chinese officials are meeting Al-Badr. They want to revive this type of mayhem in Jammu and Kashmir. See, of late this is the third incident where the firing has come from a mosque and then targeting the civilian. Since the Supurde Khak, that is the funeral on which the people actually, the factory has been stopped where the militants are made. They are finding a method by which they can raise the sentiment of the people. And this is not the way. This is not the way the Pakistan can do it. This particular scene is the photograph when it has come to the world. You will realize that not only the sentiment, it is actually exposes the Pakistan and now also the China. Because China is also getting into this particular game. And today only there are evidences are there that they are meeting the Al-Badr officials and they want to revive it. The total resistance force which they wanted to launch it about 2 months back, it has totally failed. Now when the situations are improving, they are, what happened in Sapor, you may be knowing, Rita. In Sapor also where we lost, one commanding officer. That time also they have taken the hostages to the family and they wanted to carry out this mayhem over there. We have saved with giving the life, and you have seen this CRPF boy, that officer who was on the spot. The way they have rescued this young boy, it will go down in history, and this is the turning point, which we are now in. This is the turning point for the India. This is the turning point for the whole world. You can't have this type of terrorism, and we can see the ugly face which is coming in Jammu and Kashmir.
Right. In fact, we'll also go across to Yana Mirchandani, who's a Kashmiri activist, who's also joining us on this broadcast. Yana, your reaction to this entire politicizing of this event? We have seen certain sections of this motivated lobby who are in fact using this 3-year-old child's trauma to push their self-serving narrative.
They can't push a fake narrative for too long. It's clear for the world to see. If you see the photos, you can clearly see that the man is in front, the man who got shot, the grandfather is in front, he got shot, and the CRPF is behind him. If the CRPF had shot him, they would be in front of him because he fell on his back. So if the CRPF had shot him, he would have fallen on his chest. But he had fallen on his back and the CRPF was behind him, trying to shoot the militant, trying to shoot the terrorist who shot him. So that just proves that it is not the CRPF who shot him, because if the CRPF had shot him from behind, the man would have fallen chest front. So that is the first proof that the lobby is lying. They are trying to create a narrative to blame the CRPF. The second proof is there are videos circulating which clearly shows that the CRPF is trying to rescue the child, at the same time trying to neutralize the terrorists. All those videos and photos are circulating over the net. So these fake narratives are not going to take them anywhere. The people who are propagating these fake narratives, they have a lot of vested interest. That also includes profits coming from the narco trade. So these all at the cost of Kashmiri life. So this has to stop.
Absolutely. In fact, we'll go back to Major General KK Sinha. Major General KK Sinha, what will be your message to all those forces, specifically the motivated lobby, who are using this 3-year-old's trauma to push their own agenda, at the same time targeting their forces and blaming them for this?
Look, Rita, these forces of late, in India, which has actually gaining strength. And is gaining strength, not because of that, it is gaining strength because Pakistan and China is behind them. These are the forces which is trying to create a narrative, a false narrative. The ground reality, one must understand, the ground reality is that 135 terrorists has been, eliminated, more than 900 overground workers. That is not a single militant, has been left in Jammu and Kashmir. What you little bit see, now these are in desperation. They want to create a narrative, and I'll again, in the cost of reputation, I'll bring it. The narrative is like this. The problem is that the last 3 months, the Supurde Kha, that is when a terrorist, dies, actually his funeral, there is a procession, and that has been a factory of terrorism. That has been stopped. So they are finding a method to make and sensationalize the whole issue. And what they are targeting, innocent people. And today, what we have seen, it is so disturbing. 3-year-old child, crying, saying, Dadu aa jao, grandfather in the pool. And you know what? That people are creating narrative. There is one CRP, boy had died. There are 3 are injured. And they are creating, and the boy who carried out from mosque. And this is the 3rd incident for the mosque. That is what the disturbing factors are. It is coming back to those days when the militancy was, actually finding his feet in Jammu and Kashmir. Today, Pakistan and China.
Right.
And I am taking the name of China because today the evidence has come to the Chinese officials have met the Al-Badr people, which they are failed with 3 tanjeems. That is Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Toiba and Hizbul Mujahideen. Not a single leader or worth the militant has been left. Now the Pakistani, militant, along with this Al-Badr, they are trying to infiltrate and trying to carry out this mayhem and try to actually provoke everyone. This can't be provoked, it has to be exposed.
Absolutely. In fact, going back to Yana now, Yana, CRPF have already said that terrorists hiding in this mosque killed the old man during the attack on security forces in Sopore town of Baramulla district in Jammu and Kashmir. And for days, we have seen how terror apologists glamorizing the terrorists who have destroyed the lives of generations of Kashmiri, while there has been an unprecedented crackdown on terror in the valley. Is it now time to really corner and isolate and maybe even punish these terror apologists?
I think what you said is true. The thing is, now you can't blame local Kashmiris for this anymore because, the resignation of Syed Ali Shah Gilani is the proof that his separatist ideology was not working in Kashmir. So it is not the Kashmiri locals to be blamed. It is definitely the proxy war elements that are coming from Pakistan that are pouring in. And also, if you're aware that Pakistan has also started moving troops into the Gilgit-Baltistan LOC. So it looks like a combined effort of China and Pakistan to create mayhem and to keep India busy in this mayhem while they continue with their Belt and Road Initiative. So it looks like a joint collaboration of Pakistan and China. Now it is, and at the cost of Kashmiri lives. So the terror apologists, yes, they are as much a part of this terrorism as are China and Pakistan. So there has to be some strict policing done on them. There has to be, in the name of democracy, in the name of free journalism, they are crossing all limits. And this has to stop. There has to be some constitutional changes.
Yana,
now.
I'll just come back to you. We'll also go across to Lalit Ambardar, who's also joining us on this broadcast. Lalit Ambardar, a Jawan of the force has been martyred today. A Kashmiri has been killed, and a child was forced to witness this kind of an atrocity and bloodshed at such a young age. What about the Azadi gang now, the ones who justify terror in the garb of this Azadi sham? All right, we'll try to go back to Lalit Amardar shortly, but we'll also go back to Major General KK Sinha. Major General KK Sinha, we have seen this, a Jawan has, in fact, of our force has been martyred today. A Kashmiri has also been killed and a child was forced to witness this kind of a bloodshed. Is it really time to, in fact, in a way, what about the Azadi gang now and the ones who really justify the terror and this garb of this Azadi sham as well? What will be your entire message to them?
See, not only the message, but there is something policy as a policy. My advice will be there to know as a policy we have to take. Rita, you must understand. We have taken every actions. What has been has to be done. It has been done, and you can see the results. See the results on ground. Whether the security is apparatus working, the way the police has, J&K police has taken over the whole responsibility, way the CRPS have come back, the way the operations are being carried out, it is tremendous. This is the phase we have seen in Punjab, when the militancy in Punjab of against the Khalistani forces were there. It is the same situation. What is today? What is more important? What you are saying. But of late, we have, what you are saying is Azadi Brigade. Whether it is a journalist, whether, it is the lobbyist, it is whether the people who are getting money from both the Pakistan and China, in spite of the fact that you have seen the Galani. Galani has said, that he is leaving the Hurriyat. The Hurriyat has come back, but Muhammad Mufti, after 11 months, she is again rising. Today she has met. This is what the worry sign is. And not that, you find number of that, also come in your channel or number of channels. And there is point that the time has come to take action against them. They are, I feel, much more dangerous than overground workers. The overground workers, 900 has been apprehended or eliminated. So now the time has come where these people, because who are, what you are calling it, it is the force. It is the force which is working, which has to be eliminated.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Major General KK Sinha, as well as Yana Mirchandani for joining us here on Republic TV. In fact, there are several unanswered questions that need to be answered by these Pak apologists, specifically on a day when a 3-year-old had to witness such kind of a bloodshed.